Hi guys, in this tutorial we're gonna show you everything about list comprehensions. Aha! We will see what is list comprehension, what is the benefit of using it, and how to write a syntax of it. We will see everything in this tutorial. So far we have seen that any topic gonna start with a theory or description first, but this time we will reverse this. And the reason behind for doing this so that you gonna understand easily. I will tell you the easy method so that you can understand list comprehension easily. So stick to me. Here I am using a pie chart, a best GUI, graphic user interface GUI, or you can say the IDE, integrated data environment. But PyCharm is the best interpreter that we have so far. I'm gonna show you all the examples over this. So let's create a list first, and we're gonna have an item from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 to 5 are natural numbers. And now I'm gonna multiply this list with 2. Let's see what happened. I'm going to use a print here. And now let's run this. Oh, what happened? It seems that the list one gets concatenated with itself. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means all the items of the list one get written as a twice. That means these items get appended from the last and make it a single list. But I'm not expecting this. My case is that my result would be just going to multiply with the 2. That means the every item that we have in list 1 get multiplied with 2. 1 becomes 2, 2 becomes 4, 3 becomes 6, 4 becomes 8, and 5 becomes 10. Meaning I want a result like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This, but this not happen here. So how we'll get this result? We will get this result using a loop. The only way we have in Python that is a loop. Loop will convert all your result as you expected. So in this way, I'm going to create a list which is a blank list. I will tell you why do I create a blank list here. So for X in list 1, and then gonna use list 2 which I have created as a blank, and going to append every X which gonna multiplied by 2, and then gonna print list 2. What I have written here, I just created a list 2 which is a blank list. There is a reason behind to creating a blank list, and going to iterate X. X means whatever item we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These all item one by one I'm going to iterate over. So for every item we have in list 1, this is list 1 and an item we have in this. So list 2 get appended by every item gonna multiplied by 2. So every item just go to multiply. First become 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. I'm gonna add this list 2. So now what becomes list 2? Just delete this one because this is useless. Now run this. Now we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, which is what I expect. Now see the second example. Here I gonna use squares, which is a blank list, and for x in range start from 1 till 10, and then gonna squares get appended, and for every x gonna multiply by 2. That means I'm going to x double star 2. That means I'm going to square of x. X is the element which comes under this range. Now gonna print squares. Now let's run this. We have a range of item from 1 to 10, and we have all the square. That means 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 19, 9, 4 square is 16, 5 square 25, like this. So in this way, I have written 4 lines of code. In the first example, you can see there are also 4 lines of code. This is a traditional for loop I have applied over 2 separate examples. But what if I want with a single line of code? This is a time where list comprehensions get introduced. So let's see what comprehension is all about. So I'm going to use comprehension. That means you are going to define like syntax as that give a variable name. That means your variable name, and within the square bracket you gonna write here the exp for expression. That means expression, any calculation for a value like x, y, z, anything you want to be placed here. In collection, that means your list one is a collection, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the value. That's it. If there is any condition, then you can place here if condition. That's it. There is a single line of code will replace all the multiple line of codes and having the same result. Let's see with the first example what list comprehension will do. So I have to give a variable name. Now I am giving a variable name like list2, like what we have did last time. So I am given here list2 and going to have a expression first. So what is expression? Your calculation. And what is my calculation? This is a calculation because I want a twice. So just give this calculation. Now after expression you have to give 4. Now value is your each item. I'm going to convert as a x is my item, then give a in, and then is a collection. What is collection? My list one is a collection, so just copy and paste here. Is there any condition? No, I just have only x2 being a twice. So no more conditions here. Now I'm going to use a print list2. Now let's run this. Now you can see this first coming with this one and this second coming with this one. Now we have 3 results. Now going to show with the second here, now using a squares also, and here I have to define a expression. What is my expression? This is my expression. Just copy and paste here. Then you have to give a 4. 4. What is your value? My value is x. You can give I, y, p, j, q, r, anything. But make sure what item value you wanna place here, the same item gonna included in your expression. Now value, then you have to place in. in your collection. What is your collection? My collection is range 1 and 10. Is there any condition? I don't have any condition now. So just you gonna use print. Now let's run this. Now we have the same answer. With the single line of code, we have same answer with the single line of code. That means your multiple line of code, what you have written in first example, and the multiple line of code, what you have seen is with the second examples, and one line of code here and one line of code here replaces your multiple line of code. So one line of code is called a syntax for a list comprehension. So this is the list comprehension will replace easily with a easy method to replace the traditional loop method what we have in a Python. So list comprehension is faster than a traditional loop because traditional loop gonna iterate over each and every item that you have in your collections. But a list comprehension have a single line of code which has everything included in a single line, which is faster than a traditional loop. So using list comprehension is the best way to opt with, to go with. Now let's see what is list comprehension is all about. List comprehension allow you to create a new list based on the value that you have in your existing list. You have seen how to use list comprehension and how easy it is. Using list comprehension is the smartest way ever. You have seen how to write a traditional loop to finding the result, but list comprehension replaces all the multiple line of code with a single line of code. So list comprehension is the smartest way to use it, to go with. Let's see with the more examples in this. We will see also some object type of example also. So stick to me. See with the third example. I have uh, a list which is 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 0 1 1 0 1 like this. We have items of 1 0 1 0 1 0 like this in a list. Our list name is ls. Now what I am expecting is that wherever we have a value as 1, we will place it true. And wherever we have a 0, we will place it as a false. That means we have we have here a boolean value 1 and 0, true and false. Now I want to convert that wherever we have 1 get replaced by true and 0 get replaced by false. How to do this? With the help of a list comprehension. So I'm going to show everything now with the help of list comprehension. Now I'm going to show you a result which is a variable name. Now in this square bracket you have to write the syntax of list comprehension so that you get converted as per your result the given value. List comprehension is just about the creating a new list based on the value that you have in your existing list. Now, my intention is make true as if 1, else false. So, write true if x equal 1, else false for x in ls. I'm now gonna print result. Here what I have written here, this is my expression till here. So true if x equal to 1, otherwise give me false for every x. That means 1, 0, 1, 0, these are the x. Every x in the collection. What is my collection? LS is my collection of these items. Now, gonna print this one. Just you can see your result is true, false, true, false. Wherever we have 1 is a true, we have 0 as a false. Now, I gonna show you a next example. We have LS1 and we have uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 like this. And I'm going to have a result as wherever we have even value, then write even. Whenever we have odd value, gonna write odd. So even and odd, I'm gonna change with all these items we have in collection ls1. So just I'm going to write here even or odd. This is my variable name, and I'm gonna write here a list comprehension. That means I'm gonna write even. I'm going to write expression even if x, if I divide by 2, becomes 0. That means if any number gonna divide by 2 and result your remainder would be 0, that means your even number. That's why I given as an even. Else give odd number. Write in small because I have written everything small. For x in your collection ls1. Now just print this one here and run this. You can see odd, even, odd, even. You can see first one is odd, second is even, third odd, fourth is even, so and so forth. Now let's see with an example as a matrix. Here I have a matrix like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Here I have given a 5 by 2 matrix. Now I want to transpose it using a list comprehension and make it 2 by 5. What does 5 by 2 and 2 by 5 means? 5 by 2, that means which number come at first is the number of rows. Which number come at last is the number of column. 5 by 2, that means 5 rows, 2 columns. Now these are 1, 3, 5, 7, 8. These are the 5 row and 2, 4, 6, 7, 10 is the second column. So 5 rows, 2 columns. Now I'm gonna convert the 2 rows and 5 columns. Transpose. So I'm gonna use a transpose matrix here with the use of least comprehension. So going to write a expression first. Because this comprehension, the first argument is give your expression. What should my expression will be? So here I'm gonna write as row and I'm gonna convert every x, that means every item of this matrix, rows for row in matrix. This is my collection. But here I have given x. So I have to write also x in, I'm going to write range 2 because I want only 2 rows. So I have given as range 2. Now print transpose matrix. Now let's run this. You can see I have converted only one rows and two rows, and there are five columns. My question was given like this, and my answer is like this. So this is the way you can use a list comprehension and you get benefited using of it. Now let's play with some object types of example. Object type examples like a string type. You can say the string data type. Now we have a fruit's name, a list of fruit. Here I have apple, banana, we have pineapple, we have grapes, we have watermelon, we have a list of fruits. What I expect is every item that we have in fruits list, every fruit get converted into upper cases. Meaning I want apple, banana, pineapple, grapes, and watermelon all gets converted into upper cases because these are right now in lower cases using a list comprehension. So going to write a variable, then you gonna write a expression and my item I'm going to write as x, and then I'm gonna use upper cases for x in my collection is fruits. Now wrong spelling, so you have to give the same spelling, otherwise you will receive an error. Now you can see your all the items get converted into upper cases. If you want to convert into lower cases, you just change upper function to a lower function. Now the next example is I have a movie name like this. In this case, I'm expecting my result as all the titles, that is, these are the movies title, all the titles which starts from F, capital F, or capital T. Only those titles which starts from a capital T should display here with the help of a list comprehension. So write a variable. I'm giving a variable name as T movies. And here every time I'm giving X, this time I'm going to write as a title for title in movies. Here I have given X for X in movies collections. So I'm not given any expression here, just write a title in place of expression. Now I'm going to include some condition. If title starts with a T, here I'm giving a condition because you can use a condition at the last in this comprehension. So I'm giving a condition that those titles would start with a T. Now just run this one. Not coming, so just commit it down and now run this one. Okay, you have to print the movies. Now you can see you have this, and there are five movies gets picked up as a result, which starts from T. You can see the shop, the adventures, the four, uh, 30, the American Queens. If you want to uh, pick the title which starts from S, now let's run this. You have title for S. You can see Shane. stack cost, swing time. Now let's be the another example which I have uh, created a tuple like this. So I'm gonna use here movies 1 and this is my tuple. Here I'm gonna find here you can see in a tuple there are two items have been defined. The first one is the title of the movie and the second one when it was released. So we have around 10 or 20 uh, tuples of items of titles and when it was released. Now, my expectation is I want to have only titles from these movies one list which was released before 1950 or which was released after 1960 or 1940 like this. So, be, before 1940 titles. This is a meaningful name so that I have given like this. Now use a list comprehension. You have to give a expression, but I'm not giving an expression here. I'm just going to write as a title for for a title again. But here is a tuple, and tuple contains two things. First the title, and the second is year. So you have to give like this, so that logic can understand in which you want the first from the comma or the right from the comma, which value you want to pick. That's why I have given as a tuple because tuple have two things, a title and the year the title the movie was released. So in my collection is movies 1 and I'm going to give a condition if year less than 1940. That means show me those titles which was released before 1940. So before 1940 I have given as in the conditions. Now print, just copy this and paste it here. Now run this. Now you can see these are the titles which was released before 1940. If you want after 1940, then you have to give here after and then you're gonna print here. Okay, because you have to changes it here, so you have to write it here also. Now you can see these are the titles they were released after 1940. So these are the examples of list comprehension. I have shown you the easiest way how to write a list comprehension syntax in order to get a results. List comprehension is mainly to create a new list based on the value that you have in your existing list. It will show a shorter way of writing your syntax rather than using a traditional loop which containing multiple lines of code. So far you have seen that how to use list comprehension and how list comprehension is easy to write it and how to get very comfortably the result you expect. From today onward, gonna use list comprehension rather than using a traditional loop behavior. You can see, you have seen here a multiple line, of course, you're gonna write into a traditional loop in order to get a result. But using a list comprehension, you have to write only a single line of code and get your result. So that's all for this video. Hit a subscribe button if you really like this video and get stick to the next upcoming video. Thanks for watching. And if you haven't seen or you haven't aware about what is list and what are the methods you're gonna apply list, I do have a separate video on my this channel. Go and check. So hit a subscribe button and pass this message around your friend circle so that they can also join us and make this video memorable. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.